Paul. I'm just going to be doing a very quick games room walk round. Well, look round really, not much space to walk in here because I've added a few more things to my games room, and I've also had a bit of a move around to try and get things a little bit tidier, a bit more space, you know, for storing things and stuff like that. But I'll get onto that in a bit. A lot of my games are double faced now, so obviously it makes things a bit more difficult, but I'll try and keep it as quick and to the point as possible. Now, starting off with Super Nintendo things, like I say, this was my big pride and joy really, because after completing my Super Play Top 100 last year, it did take me quite a while to get all the games I needed for that. Most of them are boxed, but there's also a few more that I want, you know, just in my own collection. Stuff like Muscle Bomber, and there's a few others. Recent additions there are the Jellicoe Brawlers pack and the Joe and Mac games. Recently did a video of those, so if you want to watch that from probably a few videos ago, I had a bit more of an in-depth look at that. Then looking down, there's quite a few games which still aren't even in the Super Play Top 100, but you know, I've added them to my collection for whatever reason. Sometimes either through price or just, you know, some okay reviews. So just have a quick look down there. Most recent additions, Super James Pond and the Super International Cricket. And then we've got a few others: Jungle Strike, Jurassic Park, Killer Instinct, Kirby's, Ghost Trap and Krusty's Funhouse. Just stick with SNES and go through this. So we've got Lady Stalker is a Japanese one there, a sequel to Landstalker. Again, a lot of this is the Super Play Top 100. There's a few things, like I say, that I've added recently. We've got Fireman there, just in bubble wrap. Did test it, works fine, luckily. Because I think I got that for about 20 quid, I think it was, which was a really good price. And then we've got a couple of other cartoony ones here. Fever Pitch Soccer, Shadowrun and Top Gear. And then we've got a few more here as well. And then just looking down, what else is here? We've got Goof Troop, another recent addition from a local game shop. And still just looking down, Prince of Persia there, Super Buster Move, Secret of Mana, got a couple of like spare instruction manuals and stuff there. Got the limited edition International Superstar Soccer tea set, which I still got to try and sell if it's actually worth anything. I'm not up on me old China. And then Soul Blazer, one of the harder games to find, even in NTSC. You know, it's not that easy now. And then what else there was? So we got Spike McFang, I think I've pointed out before. There's a Super Lest, which I could do with upgrading sometime. Just going to go through a few more. Then what else? We've got Adam's Family Values. Just slide that on there. Zandra's Big Adventure, aka Whirlo. I'd say slide that there, but I won't. Secret of More and Mario All Stars and Mario World. Down here, we've got Kiki Kai Kai, Pocky and Rocky, and then we've got more SNES stuff down here. And I've got Zandra's Big Adventure box now. Then I've just got my box in PS4, Switch, and box Wii down there. PS3 with a lot of paperwork on top we need to sort through. Some coasters, these again, most recent additions, which I need to find a home for them. Somehow got to fit them on here with my N64 collection, which is growing for a console I'm not that bothered about. It seems to be taking up almost a full shelf now, before then going on to Wii. Again, the Wii collection getting quite a bit bigger. A lot of these games actually need to still actually sit down and play. then a few GameCube, and quite a few original Xbox now. And then we've got, hang on, just a couple more original Xbox there, Shadow of Memories and Everything and Nothing James Bond. Then I've got Super Play, oh yes. And then some more magazines here. We've got some Mega, some Atari ST magazines complete with cover discs. Issues 1 to 59 of official Nintendo magazine or Nintendo magazine system. And then I've got my SNES Mini there just out. In here I've got a box full of magazines, papers and stuff like that. It's quite deep and full of a load of different titles. Obviously great for research, for podcasts and stuff. And then another big box full of magazines here, again quite deep, and yet another one under that. So we've got all sorts of stuff in there. They take up a lot of room, as I said many a time. And then we've also got TV setup, PS2 out at the moment, original Xbox and Dreamcast. And then in these, this is what I've got for a bit more storage. So a few little Mario toys and whatnot that I picked up at, you know, car boots and McDonald's and things. Then you've got Game Boy cartridges in there, some pads, wires, etc. A lot of these now, apart from my cart only N64, I've got box now. Hang on, I've got that now boxed. WCW Revenge. So it's just Shadow of Star Wars. What is it? Shadow of the Empire, which I need to get boxed at some point. And again, more wires, controllers, because I think any collector will know how difficult it is to keep all your wires and pads nice and tidy. And then in here is where I've got my C64 games. I'm not going to start getting them all out, but just all kept here. I've probably got about 30, maybe 40. I've got my Super Game Boy, a couple more gaming mugs, me C64 cassette player there. The actual C64's under the bed in a bedroom, packed away at the moment. Then Mega Drive 2, my SNES, complete with a few games books next to it. What else we've got? N64, Saturn, Saturn games up here as well. A few different ones there. I've not really got too many Saturn games. It's something that I would say, well, I'll add more to it, but I haven't done. Then again up here, a few more gaming mugs. This is what I mean with my PS2. It is all double faced. And the thing is with PS2, about 2 years ago, you used to be able to get so many great titles dead cheap. I mean, it still doesn't cost a fortune now, but they are becoming a bit more scarce because, you know, once say the likes of games stop doing a particular format, you know, like a Generation, you know, you're not really going to see them unless you get lucky on the car boots. With some of these, actually I've got lucky on the car boots. Things like that was I think 50p on the car boot. You always see things like the San Andreas and Vice City games. What else have we got? Intellivision Lives, again, like 50p on car boot. We've got some more, just quickly pop those there one sec. Some more PS2 there. Again, these built into quite a big collection really, really fast, and you just didn't really expect it to. I'm sorry that it's a bit, you know, zoom in and out as to put it. Manhunt, LMA Manager, Lord of the Rings, Silent Hill 2, True Crime, the Midway Arcade Treasure games, so it helps when I actually show them, which were absolutely great. Loads and loads of, you know, great games on things like the Capcom discs and television and stuff like that. You know, you could see it was like the start of that retro boom when we started bringing out these compilation discs. So I just get my finger in the way there. And then we've got some PS3 stuff. Not too much PS3 stuff at the moment, really, even though I do feel like I could pick up a load of cheap stuff, but my PS3 is so temperamental, I've just not bothered you know, getting around to checking it, fixing it, whatever. I've got more PS2 back there. Probably about another 20 or so, but I'm not going to start getting all those out. I might just do a separate video with PS2. Then we have got more books. We've got the Chris Wilkins Crash Annual there, which came out just before Christmas. Got some Sam Dyer's books here. All of Sam Dyer's books there, really. This shelf anyway. Going in the works and their visual compendiums. So, you know, the SNES, NES, Speccy and C64 and Amiga. What else have we got? Moving down to the last bits, really. I know it's quite hard to see there, but it's basically all my PS1. And again, these are built up quite a bit as well. Oh, there's a few DS at the back. But again, I'll probably have to do a separate video for those, just because I should have really set this up with a light on it a bit earlier. Then I've got a few Dreamcast bits. Just really nothing amazing on PAL. Just Choo Choo Rocket, House of the Dead, UEFA Striker, and Metropolis Street Racer. Nope, that's gone now. Sonic Adventure, and then I did pick up Grandia 2, which is mint condition. I know it's quite a bit of money there. A couple more game books as well. The arcade and Super Famicom art book. Dreamcast Japanese. Really nice cases these. Jet Set Radio, Dynamite Cop 2 or Dynamite Decker 2 even. And then what else have we got? Power Stone, Soul Calibur, and Guilty Gear. I mean, I got Guilty Gear for, I'm sure it was about a tenner, but it came with this really, really nice little audio CD as well. Something that you don't really get, do you, when you buy PAL stuff? Gotta sound like I'm in white now. So yeah, I've picked up a few of those, and the good thing is you can spend a lot obviously on the import stuff, but I don't think any of those cost me too much, you know, like no more than like a tenner. Lastly, just going through it, we've just got the Mega Drive stuff up here. So Aladdin, Dick Tracy, Chuck Rock, I need to sort those 2 round. Then what else? A few more Mega Drive games there. And just going along there, I only added Sonic 2 recently, which was quite amazing because I thought it's something that I'd had in my collection before. Sorry, get my finger in the way again there. Toe Jam Rail games, absolutely fantastic. And then we just get to the last couple, which is Mortal Kombat and NBA Jam on Mega Drive. 2 very, very 90s games. And yeah, really, that is everything. And then I've still got up even more special now, really, with the Rainbow Islands New Zealand story artwork print signed by the late Bob Wakeling now. But yeah, so that's where I'm up to in my games room. I've not really got too much room to put anything else. I need to have a bit of a cut down, especially on these boxes of magazines anyway. Right, that's all from me. Again, please comment, like, if you want to see any close-ups, let me know, and or do a video on something a bit more in depth. You can do that as well. Then we've got Mario, Luigi and Yoshi up there with a Predator. Okay, thanks a lot guys, and see you soon. Bye.